This is the National Dirt Trucks here for a 6 of 15 at the famous Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio. The pole winner would be Kristen Wagner in car number 17, which really doesn't come as much of a surprise considering her season so far. Bernie Fellows in the 88 started on the outside of the 17, but as he's going to find out, the outside is not exactly the best place to be here. JF Moreau in the 58 takes advantage and takes the second spot away from Fellows, and going into turn 3, dives to the bottom and takes the lead away from Kristen Wagner before the first lap is even complete. Also sneaking into the picture early on would be Moreau's teammate Kyle Hanover in the 85. Moreau and Hanover are both sponsored by competing companies, Moreau by Adidas and Hanover by Nike. I really want to know how they were able to negotiate for that kind of deal. Hanover decides that Moreau has hogged the spotlight enough and takes the lead for himself. But JF Moreau displays some resilience early on and takes the lead back from the 85. The first caution of the race flew on lap 6. Henry Cahilson in the 98 is going to lose control of his car going through turn 3, and he takes Angela Wagner into the wall with him. They were both able to keep going. JF Moreau led on the restart. Kyle Hanover behind him. John Steffens, the Buffalo winner, in third. In fourth, Elmer Farley. Farley is going to make a move on John Steffens, and there goes Kyle Hanover for the lead. Moreau is unable to throw the block on his teammate going into turn 3, and there's Elmer Farley, the winner at Thor last week, in the picture as well. Caution 2 on lap 14 shortly after the restart. Armand Mitro is going to lose control of his car going through turn 3, and there is Shane Lake. He runs into the 39, and Larry Dimmick is also involved. Let's take a look at how Lake and Dimmick got involved. Going into turn 3, Dimmick slides up into the wall, collects Lake in the 01, and Lake has nowhere to go but into the side of the 39. Mitro and Dimmick lose control of their cars at about the same time, and Lake was just an innocent victim in all of that. All three cars were able to keep going. The next caution would fly on lap 20, immediately after the restart. This is the restart. We are focusing on 5th place Matt Mangillo in the 20. Kyle Hanover, the leader, is extremely slow. He must be having some mechanical problems. Matt Mangillo gets together with the 85, and there's the 07. He gets together with the 20 and spins him out in front of everybody. Angela Wagner, the 77, hits the 20, and that's about it. A very scary ride for Matt Mangillo ends with him driving away. However, the incident was not over for Kyle Hanover. There's the initial contact. He gets hit by the 20, pinches the 76 of Kate White into the wall. He's still extremely slow. He's looking for a gap to pull into the pits. He pulls right down into Kristen Wagner in the 17, and a little bump from Buzz Stingley sends him into the pit wall. This little moment of stupidity earned Kyle Hanover a trip to the hauler. Further penalties may be coming. Elmer Farley inherited the lead and led the field to the restart. JF Moreau behind him, Bernie Fellows in third, and John Steffens in fourth. There goes JF Moreau. Elmer Farley smacks the wall a little bit coming down the back straightaway. Moreau takes advantage and takes the lead away from the 0. Even after getting involved in that wreck on lap 20, John Steffens still had a lot of speed. He takes the second spot from Elmer Farley going into turn 3, but he decides that the second isn't good enough, and he takes the lead from JF Moreau going through turns 1 and 2. Steffens and Moreau would then start to pull away from the field. That is Mark Hillman in the red 48 in third, and then the two Roderick cars, Elmer Farley and Allison Collada, rounding up the top 5. Caution 4 on lap 39. Another driver is going to lose control of his car going through turn 3. This time it's Mark Hillman in the 48. He goes up into the wall, gets hit by Allison Collada, and spins out in front of everybody, but almost everybody misses him. And a little bump from Kristen Wagner gets him back up to speed. John Steffens led on the restart. JF Moreau behind him, Elmer Farley in third, Allison Collada in fourth, and then Freddie Neuendijk rounds out the top 5. John Steffens gets a nice jump over JF Moreau, but Moreau would reel him back in through turns 3 and 4. Coming out of turn 4, Moreau dives to the inside, and he's got the lead. But then Elmer Farley would climb his way up there and challenge Moreau for the lead. He will take it. Caution 5 on lap 48. Kristen Wagner going through turn 3 is going to swerve to miss Allison Collada, but Bernie Fellows is right there. The 88 turns the 17 into the 1. They both go into the wall. Billy Bob Childers gets a big lick on that one. The 16 hits both the 17 and the 1. Childers would drop out of the race, and Kristen Wagner and Allison Collada would fall way off the pace. Elmer Farley led on the restart. He gets a big jump over JF Moreau in the 58. Watch for a red car. That is Freddie Neuendijk in the 13. He is challenging John Steffens for the 3rd position, but 3rd is not good enough for Neuendijk, and he takes 2nd from JF Moreau. But Moreau is going to fight back. He powers by Freddie Neuendijk and Elmer Farley and takes the lead once again. Shortly afterwards, the leaders would start running into lap traffic. That is, the 17 of Kristen Wagner about to go lap down. She holds up the 58 and the 07 a little bit, but the leaders are able to clear her without much of a problem. But watch the bottom of your screen. Here comes John Steffens. He's gonna make a run on JF Moreau for the lead. I don't know if this was a result of the interference from Kristen Wagner, but Moreau would not be held back for long, and he took the top spot back from John Steffens. Moreau hoped that the lapped car of Larry Dimmick would hold John Steffens up a little bit, but it's not really going to work. Here comes John Steffens to the inside of JF Moreau. He's going to take the lead back. But Moreau will once again demonstrate that he will not go down without a fight, and the two will exchange the lead once again. Moreau would seem to be in very fine position to take his first victory, but in the closing laps of the race, Moreau smacks the wall coming down the back straightaway, and John Steffens is right there. Moreau would be able to keep pace with the 07, but it's not going to be enough, and John Steffens will go on to take his second National Dirt Trucks victory. And here are your top 10 finishers. JF Moreau finishes second. He continues to run very strong. Freddie Neuendijk finishes a very quiet third. George Mitchell in fourth. Bernie Fellows in fifth. Elmer Farley sixth. Buzz Dingley, I believe that's his best career finish. He finished in seventh. Henry Cahilson in eighth. Ollie Hazelbrook ninth. And Armand Mitra rounds out the top 10. And now for the top 10 in points, John Steffens takes over the points lead once again. Bernie Fellows in second. Ollie Hazelbrook running a very quiet third. Kristen Wagner falls to fourth. Elmer Farley in fifth. Freddie Neuendijk sixth. They are tied for fifth, but the tiebreaker is that Elmer Farley has a win. Freddie Neuendijk doesn't. Allison Collada runs seventh. Armand Mitra in eighth. Kate White in ninth. And then JF Moreau moves up into the top 10. The next race will be at the Drummond Speedway in Canada. This is CJ, signing off.